This been a week.
Yes.
It's been a week of drinking.
Tuesday, I was drinking.
Drunk on Tuesday too.
And Wednesday, I woke up with a hangover. I haven't had a hangover in so long. I was so tempted to call Moss and be like, I need one of those ginger shots. This is Sip and Discuss. I am Michelle Mosley.
And I'm Khalida Hunter.
And this is a podcast / talk show where we like to talk about things that matter to black and brown folks. No topic is off limits, and this is a no judgment zone.
Yes, judgment free.
So what's going on tonight? What are we discussing again?
We are going to talk about sex magic and manifestation. We're going to touch on our celebrity drinking buddies, which ties into us talking about Nipsey.
Yes.
So we got a nice little lineup for y'all tonight.
So leave comments. We also, for YouTube, we are also on YouTube, on Instagram Live. So make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, you follow us on Instagram so you can watch while this is happening. You
live.
Can
comment.
Yup, you can leave comments.
You can interact with us.
Give us your feedback. Talk about what you want to talk about. Say what you want to say. You know how you be watching a video later on and you be getting excited like, no.
I would have said, and why is they?
And you can actually do that with us because we go live every Thursday. All right, so our Nipsey Hussle poll. I think you have the results.
I have the results. So we did for our celebrity drinking buddies this week. It was Nipsey or Tupac. What are y'all drinking? What are y'all talking about? And who do you guys think won?
So leave in the comments, who did you want to drink with? We do celebrity drinking buddies like every other week. Sometimes when we have actual guests on here, we skip over celebrity drinking buddies because we feel like we have a celebrity. So
yes. So you want to say who you were drinking with first?
Let me just explain real quick to the people on YouTube. So celebrity drinking buddies is we pick two celebrities and you pick which celebrity you would rather drink with. And we kind of try to pick celebrities who are like
evenly yoked, I should say.
I like that, evenly yoked. So this week we had Tupac and Nipsey Hussle. And the reason we picked Tupac and Nipsey Hussle is because, of course, yesterday, March 31st, was the 2-year anniversary of Nipsey Hussle's passing. And Nipsey Hussle claimed himself as the Tupac of his generation. So we thought it would be cool to get your input on who you would like to sip and discuss with. So you want me to go first? Because this is a hard one.
You go first.
This is
it wasn't hard for me. And it's not because I'm biased, because I like both of them equally, but I have my reasons why. But go ahead.
It's hard for me because to me they both are legends in their own right.
Right.
They both are very important to our culture.
Very impactful.
And their legacy will never, ever die. So growing up and that's weird because we grew up in both eras.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we were kids during the Pac era and we're adults during the Nipsey era.
Right.
So it's like, it's hard. You want to have that conversation with Pac because you want to know the stories.
Right.
You want to know everything. And if we're bringing him back to life, like if we're...
Yes! Not no hologram. We want the real Pac.
If we're bringing him back to life where we actually get to really sit down and talk to him, it's like, Pac, who you think killed you? You know what I mean? It's like those type of conversations. Who did you really have beef with? How do you feel about the whole Biggie situation after the fact?
Right.
You know what I mean? If you could go back and you could change things. I mean, imagine getting to heaven and we all really could just sit down and talk to Pac.
If heaven really got a ghetto.
And really talk to Pac.
Right.
But then you got Nipsey Hussle, who is so really fresh in our minds. and everything that he means to me. I mean, they stood for the same thing, but in the same sense, they came from two different backgrounds. Mm-hmm. You know, and I feel like I can relate to Nipsey's background more just because of some of the things I went through in my life, and feeling as though because I went through those things, at times I felt like I was never going to be able to transition out of the street life and make something of myself. I felt like once I failed, that was it. And Nipsey is a complete example of how that is so false.
Right.
And he stood for that. And I remember one of his things, he said if I made it in this rap game, you know, I told God that I would tell the youth that it's nothing in these games. And like, that's what he did. Like, everything he said he was going to do, he did. And he was such a strong believer in manifestations and, you know, speaking things into existence, which is something that I'm very, very, very like strong about. So with all that being said,
who you drinking with?
Oh man, you know what? I'm drinking with Nips. And the only reason I'm drinking with Nip is because I think my co-host is going to pick somebody.
She already know I'm going to pick Tupac.
So if she picks Tupac, I could just ask her
what Tupac said.
What Tupac said. So I'm going with Nip because one, I had a crush on Nip. Sorry, Lauren. I also have a crush on Nip. But everything that I'm trying to do in my life right now, I feel like Nip could like really advise me and guide me and like help me navigate with that and like really get on track with it. So Nip is somebody that I would want to talk to. I really didn't see Nip drink a lot. I know that he did. I seen a couple pictures with him with some Ciroc. So we definitely,
because we always trying to be powered by Ciroc.
Oh girl, say it again.
Powered by Ciroc. When Sip and Discuss is powered by Ciroc.
Sip and Discuss will be powered by Ciroc one day. So yes, we want to sit down and we want to talk. I want to sit down and talk to Nip and drink some Ciroc and talk about business. What can I do? How can I move forward and help in my community? So who you got?
I got Tupac. I'm gonna go with Pac. I've been, even when they had the East Coast West Coast beef, you know, in the 90s, I never really understood. First of all, the beef that they had at the time is not like how you can see beef in real time right now. Like, we only knew like little bits and pieces of the beef. So now in hindsight, as being a grown up, how did she? First of all, because Tupac hopped right on the track and said, you know, fuck you, you fat motherfucker. That's why I fucked your wife. That's the first thing he said.
He would have went live when Faith came to his hotel.
Right. He would have went live. So he's just saying, what if social media was popping when Pac was around?
That nigga would have been on live. Like, bitch, that's why your wife is here. She would have been like, stop.
Right. So I'm going to go with Pac because Pac was wild. And, you know, Pac was an actor, and I'm really into, like, all of his parts that he played. And I was actually talking to somebody the other night about, I was watching Drink Champs. I like to watch Drink Champs. And on Drink Champs, they had DMX on there, and he was talking about how somebody else had auditioned for the role of Buns on, what's the movie? Belly. And I was just like, well, who the hell else would have played Buns besides him? Besides him, no. And no. So then they start talking about how they had actually asked Tupac to play Old Dog